Every morning when you open your eyes, that's not just another day, it's a blessing. It's a chance given to you, a chance that millions of people around the world didn't get today. The very fact that you're breathing, moving, and alive means you already have something to be grateful for. Too often we roll out of bed complaining, dragging ourselves into the day with a mindset of problems instead of possibilities. But gratitude changes everything. When you wake up, the first words out of your mouth should be thank God. Not because life is perfect, not because everything is easy, but because you were chosen to see another sunrise, to fight another battle, to walk another mile on this journey called life. Gratitude sets the tone. It shifts your energy. It opens your heart. When you start your day with thank you, you invite strength, peace, and clarity into everything that follows. Think about it. What if today was your last day? Wouldn't you see it differently? Wouldn't you value every breath, every smile, every moment just a little more? The truth is, none of us are guaranteed tomorrow. That's why the morning isn't just a routine, it's a gift. And the way you receive that gift will decide how you use it. If you receive it with bitterness, you waste it. If you receive it with gratitude, you multiply it. So wake up and thank God, not just for the big victories, but for the small things too. Thank Him for the roof over your head, for the people who love you, for the opportunities still waiting in front of you. Even thank Him for the challenges, because every obstacle is shaping you into the person you're meant to become. Gratitude doesn't mean ignoring your struggles. It means recognizing that even in your struggles, you are still blessed. You see, when you thank God in the morning, you build a shield around your spirit. Negativity has no place where gratitude lives. Fear loses its power when faith is alive. Worry fades when you focus on blessing. Start your morning right and watch how your day unfolds differently. Doors open, strength rises, opportunities appear, and peace follows you everywhere you go. Don't let another morning pass by without saying it. Thank God. Say it with your heart. Say it with your soul. Because the more you appreciate what you already have, the more life will trust you with. Gratitude is the seed for greatness. Every morning is your reminder that you've been given another chance to grow, to fight, to love, to live. So from this day forward, don't just wake up with thanks. Don't just see the light, appreciate it. And don't just live with gratitude burning in your heart. That's how you turn an ordinary morning into the foundation of an extraordinary life. Every single morning when your eyes open, that is not an accident, it is a blessing. You might think waking up is something ordinary, something that just happens automatically. But I want you to pause and really think about it. Every day there are people around the world who go to bed and never get to open their eyes again. For them, yesterday was the last sunrise, the last conversation, the last opportunity. Yet here you are, breathing, standing, alive. That alone is proof that life is a gift, not something you're entitled to. Too many times people waste their mornings by complaining. They complain about how early it is. They complain about what they have to do. They complain about the problems waiting for them. But if you only knew how valuable this gift of waking up is, you would never complain about opening your eyes again. You would fall to your knees and say, thank God I'm alive. Thank God I've been given another day to try again. Life doesn't owe you another morning. It doesn't owe you another breath. That's why gratitude must come before anything else. Think about this. If today was truly your last day, how differently would you live? Would you waste it scrolling endlessly on your phone? Would you waste it arguing with people over things that don't even matter? Would you waste it feeling sorry for yourself because things didn't go your way? No, you would live with urgency, with appreciation, with fire in your heart. You would see every moment as sacred. That's what happens when you realize life is a blessing. It pushes you to value your time, your energy, your relationships, your dreams. We make the mistake of assuming tomorrow will always come. That assumption is dangerous because it makes you lazy. It makes you careless with your life. It makes you take people for granted. But the truth is, none of us are guaranteed tomorrow. That's why today matters so much. That's why this morning is priceless. And when you realize that, your entire perspective shifts. You stop asking, why me? And you start saying, thank you. You stop focusing on what you don't have, and you start appreciating what you do. When you see life as a blessing, every little thing becomes special. The breath in your lungs, the roof over your head, the food on your table, the strength in your body, all of these things are miracles. You don't need to wait for something huge to happen before you feel grateful. The fact that you opened your eyes today is already a miracle. The fact that you still have time to chase your dreams, to fix your mistakes, to love harder, to work smarter, that is already a second chance. Life doesn't give you guarantees, but God gives you grace. Every morning is a chance to do better than yesterday, to live with more passion, to forgive, to fight, to grow. The people who succeed in life are not always the smartest or the richest. They are the ones who understand the value of time. They don't waste the gift of a new day. They take it seriously. They wake up with gratitude in their heart and fire in their soul. So the next time you wake up, remember, it is not just another morning. It is an opportunity. It is a blessing. It is a gift. Don't treat it like something ordinary. Don't waste it. Don't ignore it. Use it. Live it. Value it, because life is not promised. But every morning you wake up, you are being reminded that your story is not finished yet. And as long as your story isn't finished, you have the power to make it extraordinary. The way you start your morning will determine how you live your day. If the first words out of your mouth are complaints, if the first thoughts in your mind are worries, you've already built a negative atmosphere around yourself before you even step out of bed. But when you wake up and say, thank God, you shift your energy instantly. Gratitude has a power that nothing else can match. It has the ability to calm your fears, silence your doubts, and prepare your heart to face anything the day throws at you. Think about it like this. Your morning is the foundation of your day. If you build a house on a weak foundation, it will collapse when the storms come. In the same way, if you start your morning with negativity, stress, or complaints, the moment life tests you, you break down. But gratitude is a strong foundation. When you wake up thankful, you start your day with strength, peace, and direction. You've already decided, no matter what happens, I will choose to see the good. That decision changes everything. Gratitude sets your focus. Instead of looking at what's missing, you look at what's present. Instead of obsessing over problems, you appreciate possibilities. Instead of dragging yourself with a heavy heart, you walk with lightness and energy. It's not that your challenges disappear. Life will always bring challenges. It's that your perspective changes. Gratitude turns obstacles into opportunities. It makes you see your struggles as teachers instead of punishments. Every morning you wake up with two choices: to focus on what you don't have or to give thanks for what you do. Most people choose the first option, and that's why they live their lives in constant frustration. They spend their morning saying, I hate my job, I'm tired, I don't want to deal with this. Life is unfair. And as a result, that day continues to mirror those thoughts. The negativity they release in the morning becomes the negativity they experience for the rest of the day. But those who choose gratitude, those who wake up saying, thank you for another chance, thank you for my help, thank you for this day, they create a different atmosphere. Their gratitude sets the stage for blessing, opportunities, and strength to flow into their lives. Science even proves this. Gratitude rewires your brain. It releases chemicals that boost your mood, reduce stress, and increase resilience. But beyond science, gratitude is spiritual. It connects you with God, with life, with something greater than yourself. When you thank God in the morning, you are acknowledging that you didn't wake up on your own. You are recognizing that this day was given to you for a reason. That awareness gives your life meaning. It gives your actions purpose. It gives your spirit power. If you want peace, start with gratitude. If you want focus, start with gratitude. If you want success, start with gratitude. Because gratitude is not just saying thank you, it's creating a mindset that sees opportunities where others see problems, that feels blessed where others feel broken, that stands tall where others give up. Gratitude is the fuel that carries you through the highs and the lows, because it reminds you that even in the middle of struggles, you are still alive, still breathing, still capable of moving forward. So when you wake up tomorrow, don't just grab your phone. Don't just rush into the noise of the world. Take a deep breath and say thank you. Say it before the world distracts you. Say it before your doubts attack you. Say it before fear tries to control you. Gratitude is your shield. Gratitude is your weapon. Gratitude is your foundation. And once you build your day on gratitude, there is nothing life can throw at you that can shake you off your path. Too many people live their lives waiting for something big before they feel grateful. They say, I'll be thankful when I get the promotion. I'll be thankful when I buy a house. I'll be thankful when I achieve my dream. But the problem with that thinking is simple. If you can't appreciate the small blessings, you'll never appreciate the big ones. Gratitude is not about waiting for something extraordinary. It's about recognizing that the ordinary is already extraordinary. Think about your breath right now. You don't pay for it. You don't work for it. Yet it flows in and out of your lungs every second, keeping you alive. Isn't that a miracle? Think about your eyesight. Millions of colors, shapes, and moments are given to you through your eyes. Isn't that a gift? Think about the roof over your head, the water you drink, the food you eat. These are things so many people in the world pray for every single day. And yet, because we see them daily, we stop noticing them. We stop giving thanks. We take them for granted. Gratitude is about training your heart to see the small things as treasures. When you wake up in the morning, that's not a small thing, it's life itself. When you have someone who loves you, who supports you, that's not a small thing, it's priceless. When you can walk, talk, think, and dream, that's not a small thing, it's everything. The moment you shift your perspective and begin to see how blessed you already are, your entire life changes. People think happiness comes from getting more, but real happiness comes from appreciating what you already have. If you don't value the smile, you'll never feel satisfied with the big. That's why there are people who have millions of dollars but still feel empty. because they've lost the ability to appreciate the simple joys of life. And there are others with little who smile every day, who walk with peace, because they are grateful for the little they do have. Gratitude is not measured by the size of your blessing. It's measured by the size of your heart. Even your struggles can be blessings in disguise. The difficulty you're going through right now is shaping you, teaching you, building you into someone stronger. If you only give thanks when things are easy, your gratitude is shallow. But when you can say thank you, even while life is testing you, that's when gratitude becomes power. That's when you stop being controlled by circumstances and start being guided by faith. Appreciating both big and small blessings also attracts more blessing. It's like a law of life. What you honor increases. When you thank God for the little things, He trusts you with bigger things. When you value the ordinary, He prepares you for the extraordinary. Gratitude is a magnet. It pulls more goodness, more opportunities, more peace into your life. But complaining does the opposite. Complaining blinds you to what you already have and blocks you from receiving more. That's why you must discipline yourself to see the good, no matter how small it looks. So never wait for something massive to happen before you feel thankful. Start with what's already in your hand. Start with your family, your health, your ability, your breath. Look at the sunrise and say thank you. Look at your reflection and say thank you. Look at the food on your table and say thank you. These little things are the very foundation of life. Without them, the big things wouldn't even matter. When you live this way, grateful for both the big and the small, you develop a heart that's unshakable. You stop comparing yourself to others because you're too busy appreciating your own blessings. You stop chasing happiness because you realize you already have it. Gratitude doesn't wait for perfect conditions. It creates them. And the more you appreciate, the richer your life becomes. Your spirit is like a garden. Every morning, something is trying to plant seeds in it. Sometimes it's seeds of worry. Sometimes it's fear. Sometimes it's negativity from the world, from the news, from people around you. And if you're not careful, those seeds will grow and they'll control the way you think, the way you feel, and the way you live. But when you start your morning with gratitude, you protect your spirit. Gratitude acts like a shield. It blocks the bad seeds and waters the good ones. When you wake up thankful, you're setting the atmosphere around your life. You're telling your mind and your heart, today will not be controlled by fear. Today will not be controlled by negativity. Today I choose peace. Today I choose joy. That decision at the start of your day is powerful. It's like putting on armor before stepping into battle. Life will always throw challenges, but if your spirit is covered with gratitude, those challenges cannot break you. Negativity cannot survive in a grateful heart, where it loses its grip when you choose to focus on blessings. Fear weakens when you recognize how much you've already overcome. Gratitude shifts your spirit from weakness to strength. It reminds you that no matter what comes against you, you're not empty, you're full of reasons to fight, full of reasons to smile, full of reasons to keep going. The truth is, life will always try to steal your peace. The bills, the stress, the responsibilities, the uncertainty of the future, they all knock on your door in the morning. If the first thing you do is focus on them, you start your day defeated. But if the first thing you do is say, thank God I woke up, thank God I'm alive, thank God for another chance, you step into the day with a guarded spirit. Your problems may still be there, but they no longer control you. Instead, you control how you face them. Gratitude is not denial, it's direction. You're not ignoring your struggles. You're simply choosing not to give them the power to dictate your day. You're saying, yes, I have challenges, but I also have blessings. Yes, I have obstacles, but I also have opportunities. Yes, life is hard, but life is still worth being thankful for. That mindset keeps your spirit light, even in heavy seasons.
Think of your spirit like a house.
If you leave the doors wide open, anyone can walk in, fear, doubt, stress, anger. But when you lock those doors with gratitude, negativity has no entry. It may knock, but it can't come in. Gratitude secures your peace, your joy, your focus. And once your spirit is secure, you can handle anything the day brings. Some people think success is about working harder or being smarter, but true success begins with protecting your spirit. Because if your spirit is broken, it doesn't matter how much money you make, how many achievements you collect, you won't have peace. But if your spirit is strong, you can lose everything and still rise again. Gratitude is the force that strengthens your inner world so that no matter what happens in your outer world, you don't collapse. That's why morning gratitude is so important. It's not just a routine, it's spiritual protection. It's how you prepare your heart for the battles ahead. It's how you guard your mind from the noise of the world. It's how you keep your soul from being poisoned by negativity. One simple thank you in the morning can be the difference between a day lived in peace and a day lived in stress. So every morning, before you let the world in, protect your spirit. Start with gratitude. Speak it, feel it, live it. Because once your spirit is covered with thanks, nothing life throws at you can steal your peace, your strength, or your joy. Gratitude is your shield. And with that shield, you are unstoppable. Gratitude is not just a feeling, it's a force. It has the power to multiply everything you already have. The problem with so many people is that they believe they need more before they can feel thankful. They say, when I make more money, then I'll be grateful. When I get the dream job, then I'll appreciate life. When I reach my goal, then I'll finally be happy. But life doesn't work like that. If you can't be grateful for the little, you'll never be grateful for the big. Gratitude is the seed that grows your blessing. Imagine a farmer holding a handful of seeds. If he complains that the seeds are too small, if he says this isn't enough, I want a whole field of crops right now, he will stay empty. But if he plants those seeds, waters them, cares for them, they multiply into an abundant harvest. That's exactly how gratitude works. Your blessings right now may look small, but if you water them with thanks, if you value them, they will grow into more than you can imagine. Gratitude turns not enough into more than enough. It shifts your focus from scarcity to abundance. You may not have everything you want right now, but look closely, you already have things that others are praying for. The roof over your head, the food on your table, the strength in your body, the opportunities within your reach. These are not small things. When you give thanks for them, you tell life, I see the value in what I already have. And when you prove that you can handle the small blessings with appreciation, life trusts you with bigger ones. Even scripture says, to those who are faithful with little, more will be given. Gratitude is how you show that faithfulness. Complaining does the opposite. It blocks multiplication. When you complain, you're telling life, what I have is not enough. And when you send that message out, life reflects it back to you by keeping you stuck. But when you are grateful, you're saying, what I have is already a blessing, and I'm ready for more. That opens the doors. That attracts increase. Gratitude also multiplies your joy. Think about it. When you focus on what's wrong, your joy decreases. When you focus on what's missing, your peace disappears. But when you focus on what's right, when you notice the good, when you say thank you for the simple things, suddenly your joy grows. You feel lighter, stronger, more at peace. And that inner joy spills over into how you work, how you treat people, how you approach your goals. Joy makes you magnetic. It draws people and opportunities toward you. Gratitude multiplies your relationships. When you appreciate the people around you, they feel valued. They give more love, more support, more loyalty. But when you ignore them, when you take them for granted, even strong relationships weaken. A simple thank you can strengthen bonds more than money or gifts ever could. Gratitude multiplies love because it makes people feel seen. And gratitude multiplies your resilience. When you face challenges, gratitude reminds you of what you've already survived. It multiplies your faith, your courage, your hope. Instead of saying, I can't handle this, you say, if I made it this far, I can keep going. Gratitude doesn't remove the storm, but it multiplies your strength to face it. So if you want more in life, more peace, more success, more opportunities, more love, start with gratitude. Don't wait for the big things. Thank God for the small things. Thank Him for the breath in your lungs, the lessons in your struggles, the chances in front of you. Gratitude multiplies whatever it touches. The more you give thanks, the more reasons you'll have to give thanks. Every morning when you wake up, you hold seeds in your hand. You can complain that they're not enough, or you can plant them with gratitude. The choice is yours. But remember this, whatever you plant will grow. If you plant complaints, you'll harvest bitterness. If you plant gratitude, you'll harvest abundance. Gratitude is the multiplier of life, and it begins with how you start each day. Every great building begins with a foundation. Without a strong foundation, even the tallest skyscraper will collapse under pressure. Life works the same way. Your morning is the foundation of your day, and your days are the foundation of your entire life. If you waste your mornings, if you treat them casually, if you let negativity rule them, you are building your life on sand. But when you start your mornings with gratitude, discipline, and purpose, you are laying down concrete. You're building something that can stand tall no matter what storms come. Greatness doesn't just happen. It is built piece by piece, decision by decision, morning by morning. When you wake up and say, thank God, you're not just saying words. You're choosing to set the tone for everything that will follow. Gratitude fuels your mindset, and your mindset fuels your action. And actions repeated over time shape your destiny. That's why mornings are so powerful. They give you a chance to decide before the world decides for you who you're going to be today. Too many people stumble into their mornings like victims. They wake up late, already rushing, already stressed, already distracted. Their foundation is weak. And because they didn't build their morning with strength, their whole day crumbles under the weight of stress, pressure, and negativity. But winners, people who live with purpose, treat the morning like sacred ground. They guard it. They value it. They use it to set themselves up for success. Your morning is not just the beginning of your day, it's the beginning of your story. It's where you program your mind with faith, where you fill your heart with gratitude, where you remind yourself of your goals, where you build the energy to chase your dreams. If you waste your morning, you're not just wasting hours, you're wasting opportunities, strength, and growth. But if you maximize your morning, you create momentum, and momentum is what separates ordinary lives from extraordinary ones. Think about the most successful people in history. They didn't achieve greatness by accident. They built daily habits that started the moment they opened their eyes. Some began with prayer, some with exercise, some with reflection. But all of them understood the same principle. Mornings matter because mornings carry fresh energy. Mornings carry focus. Mornings carry the ability to reset and redirect your life. Every morning is a new page, and you hold the pen. When you wake up and build your morning on gratitude, you give yourself power over negativity. When you add discipline, you give yourself power over laziness. When you add focus, you give yourself power over distraction. That combination, gratitude, discipline, and focus creates the foundation for greatness. Because greatness is not built on talent alone or luck alone. It's built on consistency. And consistency starts every morning. Even small habits in the morning can create big changes over time. Taking a moment to say thank you, to breathe deeply, to reflect on your goals, to speak life into your future. These actions may seem simple, but they're not small. They're bricks in the foundation. Day by day, they stack up. And one morning you'll look back and realize that the greatness you were chasing didn't appear suddenly. It was built in the quiet, disciplined mornings when no one was watching. So stop treating mornings like a burden. Stop waking up complaining, rushing, dragging yourself through the start of your day. See your mornings for what they are, your greatest opportunity. Each morning is a reset, a chance to realign, a moment to build, and if you use it wisely, it will carry you through the hardest battles, the toughest seasons, and the biggest challenges of your life. Greatness doesn't start on the stage. It doesn't start in the spotlight. It starts in the morning, in the silence, and in the choices you make before the world even sees you. Turn your mornings into a foundation, and you will turn your life into greatness.